All right, y'all. We on day 130. The Young Thug YSL Rico trial. One day, y'all, I'm gonna try to make it down there to the courthouse. Okay, I really work and I don't have time, to go to the courthouse because parking is hatty and it's crowded downtown. But I'm gonna try to get in the courtroom one day, okay? And I can't record, but I can come back and give y'all a little feedback, okay? Um, because a lot of people don't know about us and that we are Atlanteans. I'm from here, born here, raised here, and I know the area. I know the hospital. I know everything where they're talking about location, everything, Mechanicsville, everything about Atlanta. But get into this case right here. The prosecutor love is talking to the judge. She hasn't done anything the judge asked her to do. She continued to do what she wanted to do. And I cannot keep blaming Miss Love for her behavior. I have to blame the person who in front of this camera now, the judges. They are causing Miss Love to be the way she is because she keep getting away with what she getting away with, just like a child. So let's listen to what the judge say right here. But this ain't the first time the judge said this, and Miss Love just gonna do what she want to do because they keep letting her get away with it. Listen to this. Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, everybody. I have the state owes me hard copies of correspondence to an in-camera review. Is that ready? Okay, so that was supposed to be to me first thing this morning because I need to actually do the in-camera reviews. When is it going to be? Obviously, I'm not going to be looking at it before lunchtime, but
Excuses, excuses, excuses after excuses. That is not professional. Professionalism in this situation right here is terrible.
I specifically said first thing this morning. So I need it by the time we break for lunch because I'm planning to start looking at it at lunch. Okay, what else are you going to have to me? Okay.
All she do is talk.
Okay. All right. Any time today is fine for the rest of them, but I
See?
specifically said first thing for the in camera. So I need that by the time we break, noon, basically. Mr. Steele, I got your, I guess, motions in limine on
Y'all. Okay.
some of the evidence that y'all reviewed.
Okay, y'all, right here. See how judge went back to being soft to her? You can't play games. They playing games in this courtroom that I don't like. And only reason why Miss Love gonna keep on standing there, we got so many days to go through. We just on 130. And it's been excuses after excuses after excuses after excuses. And judge, it's your fault. It's your fault.
That was basically a photo of the street area on Adele Avenue.
Okay, y'all. This picture right here, the photo that he's showing, I don't know why are we going backwards. This is the house that the lady, the young lady that took the stand and said she got shot in her house. Yeah, this is her house right here. Why are we going back to this exhibit? Why are we going back to this? She just got out the stand. And for them to shoot, that ain't no drive-by they shooting in her house. So they had to be shooting at somebody. I don't know why we back here. And what this got to do with Young Thug. They ain't the only criminals out here in Atlanta, Georgia, y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's also an overall photo of ADL Avenue, and I was showing the actual residence from a distance.
Is this the opposite direction from the previous exhibit that we're looking at in terms of direction?
Yes.
What else do you see? Austin. Turning now to State's Exhibit 16, Capital. What do you see here in this exhibit, sir?
Again, it was a close-up photo of the actual address with the vehicles parked in the yard.
Cursor, can you see that cursor on your screen?
Yes.
What address pertains to
Oh, Lord. Yo, I don't understand. Why are they showing this? It's a lot of shooting in Atlanta. I know what's this? What this got to do with Young Thug, though? Man, y'all let that boy out of there. This is ridiculous.
With the placards.
Yes.
And that is State's Exhibit 51, Capital. All right, showing you State's Exhibit 53, Capital. Is this, what do you see here?
It was a marker number 11 of a shell casing.
Is it away from the rest of the shell casings or placards that you saw there on that day?
Yes.
Okay. Showing you State's Exhibit 52, Capital. What,
Same objection, Your Honor. Cumulative waste of time.
Right. I mean, at some point, it certainly becomes
Waste of time.
utilize the ones that are necessary to be able to tell the incident.
Just a waste of time. I just told y'all this was just a waste of time. Just a waste of time. Look, y'all, Miss Love just wrote something on that piece of paper so he could ask him. Look at her expression on her face as she look at him, and the witness on the stand. Watch this.
vehicle based on what Mr. Travis communicated to you.
Look at her.
I do not.
She told him what to say.
All right, Mr. Short, any brief cross? All right. Thank you for your time, officer. You are excused. Call your next witness.
All right, at this time, the state now calls to stand.
Yeah. Let's say a prayer for Lil D and his family. The young man is dealing with some type of illnesses that the state felt that he needs to be locked up on Wright Street with his illnesses. Stressful. And now he in another condition back into the hospital, y'all. His illness is supposed to be life-threatening, y'all. Now he back into the hospital. His attorney's supposed to come in and talk. But let's listen to this. She's so embarrassed. She's so embarrassed. She don't want to use the microphone for this because she know y'all listening. They in trouble, y'all. The state is in trouble, y'all. If something happened to that boy and it go down, it's already something happened to the boy. His condition even got worse, y'all. He already sick. But listen to Miss Love.
Mr. Zachary's attorney?
So that I can address the court regarding
Okay, well, that's not what I wanted to address, but I need Ms. Hilton here for it. Gotten a very interesting email. And I'm going to want to discuss it as a bench matter, but it is very difficult to have everybody huddle at the bench. So when Ms. Hilton gets over for us to discuss that, I'm just going to ask that the media and the audience be excused because you wouldn't normally hear what goes on with a bench conference. It'll be taken down for the record, but it's just too difficult to have a serious, involved conversation huddled around very little space.
They don't want us to hear.
Do you know whether the lunches are here? Why don't we take 30 minutes so that the defendants can eat lunch and then reconvene? Okay. And if the hard copies for the in-camera inspection are ready before then, can you just have somebody to deliver them to my chambers, please? Okay. So y'all gave them to me electronically, what, I think on Wednesday or either Thursday morning, and I said this is incredibly difficult to sort out electronically, which is why I asked for hard copies. So unless they are amazingly way easier to sort through and set parts aside now, I like them as hard.
Judge asked for something from His Love last week. Today is Monday. What was she doing Thursday that she went in court Friday? And the day is Monday. And she don't have a hard copy for the judge? That's so disrespectful. And Judge, you need to do something about this.
Hard copies.
So we are going to give the court hard copies, of course, but the
Well,
court.
you say of course, but you were supposed to have given them to me this morning.
So, Your Honor, what the court got last week was every email just in one combined email, and what we have done now is actually sorting through, taking out anything that.
And look at him, he a crook too. He a crook too.
Put them, combine them chronologically in a PDF as it related to each defendant. That's what we were providing. We were trying to.
Okay. Well, that's search MTN again is that target number. So this was for the 099 number. The originating MDN number is the number that started the text message. So if I send you a text message, my number would appear first. Slide over to J. Originate MIN is an internal identification. It's not something for other parties. Terminating MDN is the person who received that text message. So again, if I send you a text message, my number is going to.
So only thing she did was just identify the topic, which each one of them mean, which we could have read and looked that up on Google. Google it our own self. These phone numbers, y'all. But she really ain't saying nothing.
Is this the call cell site information that was provided pursuant to that 2015 request?
Yes.
Okay, and is the information within this document consistent with the information that you discussed, which was in 464 Yankee Alpha?
Yes.
Why she do pull this one, y'all? Why she put a rabbit out her head? Why she say?
I have no further questions.
All right. Do any defense counsel have questions for this witness? Anybody else? No. Okay, go ahead.
Watch this. She said she was finished. She about to sit down. Smart guy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
They,
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can I ask you some questions about what's now marked as State's Exhibit number 1TT?
Sure,
And if you need it, it's going to be displayed. If you don't need it, I just want to ask you a couple questions.
sure.
I'm specifically focusing on the text message content column. Do you know what I'm referring to?
Yes.
And you said something to the effect, I'm not saying this is a quote, but something like Verizon does not verify the accuracy of the content of those words. Something like that. Is that correct?
In so many words.
Can you do me a favor? What happens, like if I was to send you a text
listen,
and
y'all.
ask, how are you? On the records, it may not come out like that. Is that what you're telling the jury?
That is a possibility.
And why, and if you don't know this, just it's beyond my capability, but why is that?
There could be a lot of factors, but I wouldn't have the factors to provide to you.
Do you know when, like, something is verbatim versus something is not verbatim? Do we have any type of, if you look at the records, any type of knowing, like, hey, this is not accurate, but this one is?
Yeah, I would not be able to provide that. I don't have that information to.
No,
to
I
tell
asked.
you.
It's beyond your, okay. So you just can't verify that column?
Correct.
You hear that?
Columns, are they fairly accurate?
See?
The columns are.
See? She said she couldn't verify that column right there that he was talking about. Watch what they say. Mr. Smart man right there.
Are fairly accurate, but I wouldn't be able to say with 100% certainty the text message content is exactly what was text.
That's what I was saying. Besides the text message content, the other columns.
Correct. They're all
The
accurate.
duration.
They're all accurate.
Okay. It's just the text message column that you don't want to verify.
Correct.
All right. Your Honor, thank you.
All right, anybody else? I didn't hear from everybody yet. Any other defense attorney questions? No, shaking heads, no. Okay, any redirect? All right,
With the text message content, although you can't say that's what was put in the phone, the content that is there, where does that come from? It comes from what was sent through the network, through the switch. Okay, so it's still information, just all right. Is it,
you may read first.
thank you, right? Is it possible it's not the entire text or parts of the text?
Sounds like it does.
Yeah.
Stage.
Let me ask a better question. What do you mean by the fact that it would come in what you just said?
What you just
What I mean
said.
is that once a text message is
So
sent through the
unprofessional.
switch through the net, which is the network, it is then sent to the other party. When that message is transpired in our content detail, we can't say that there were symbols left out or symbols that are added because we use emojis or pictures in there. So I can't say yes, there's the whole message, or no, it's not the whole message, because there are other things that can go on to make it where you can't read it, like it's not legible. Thank you.
Leave her alone, Miss Love. Interrupting her. Let that lady sit down. You get up there, you ask questions.
Jill, okay, thank you for your time. You are excused. Let's take a quick bathroom break and then we'll get to your next witness. Okay. All right, well, we'll take a somewhat longer bathroom break.
Y'all, Miss Love gave the judge any kind of hard copy, y'all. She gave her a mismatch or anything. Who is she talking to? Watch what the judge say.
I've got
They playing with you, Judge.
2/3 of an inch.
I know, and that was the
And
big number.
they are in, I don't know, because I've only just now kind of flipped through, but they don't seem to be in any kind of like chronological order. But it may be that, something is like a string that started in 2022.
You know, I wish the judge would stop making up when she can't talk direct to the state. She always saying maybe it's cause come on, yo judge. Come on. Stop making up excuses for them. That's why they not dependable, because you making them independable. Stop putting words in their mouth and start saying, well, you say they are not in chronology order. Then you turn around and say it. But maybe you can't do that. Jeez.
It goes all the way through to 2024. I don't know, maybe. But they're all just sort of bound together as one, and it would be so much more helpful if I knew where one email stopped and the next one started.
Okay.
So can I get these back to you?
Yes.
To sort of put in just a little bit more followable format?
They don't care nothing about you.
Back to me in the morning. Okay, and if you can start with whomever the attorney for Mr. Zachary is, since he may be the first person.
He's not. He wasn't.
He won't be.
He wasn't. He's not one of these people. He did not plea. He was not a defendant on this indictment.
All right, great.
What? He did not plead what on this indictment? All right, great then. What? Now they trying to take Zachary out of it now, y'all. After they done made him sick again and back into the hospital. Now she's scared. She trying to get out of it. What?
Don't have to worry about that.
Can I ask a quick question about that?
Yes.
I may have misunderstood Miss Love earlier, but when she was talking about giving you these communications, I thought I heard her drop in a clause that said except for the plea negotiations.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Did you say that, or did I mishear?
She said that.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Short, you had some sort of an evidentiary issue to raise.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe it's 464 Yankee. It's the historical cell calls of Demise McMullen. The witness identified it as a business record. Of course, we just saw it on this, we saw a CD. But it was briefly displayed to the point that I saw it. It has added columns that 464 Yankee, as it is right now, has added columns that are not in the format that they would have been received from Verizon. That one added column is...
Hang on, can you pull it up so I can look at what he's talking about? Go ahead.
And so, typically,
In other words, state is getting caught up in some mess. They are half doing their job, y'all. They are half putting out the information that they need to be putting out. They half doing their job. And they're getting caught up in half doing their job. Who would give a judge some paperwork not in order? Who would even, that's not even professional. And then these phone calls that he talking about, the number, he caught on. It wasn't in chronological order. It was mixed up. See, the state had their work planned, but the plan didn't happen the way they wanted to happen. They thought that it was going to happen. See, if they had the other judge, they could do that, but not with this one.
When I get cell phone records, I add columns to identify the people that I believe are associated with certain phones, and it looks like that's what someone that was not an employee of Sprint did here. And
So I see on the screen right now columns A through I.
so I'm
Which
referring to D, and there's one over on the far right that might be like J or K.
Okay.
M.
M.
So those are things that someone, as part of the investigative team, added those.
Let me ask.
So,
Excuses. Here we go.
yes, and we are deleting those columns and
Listen.
adding them to and making sure that the correct column is there. I don't think myself or the Verizon custodian, because she observed these records or she reviewed them.
Miss Hilton, you're not going to, after you don't get your presentation, you want to change something in the jury don't even hear it about. You can't keep doing them like that. The jury going to get confused. Now you say, oh, we're going to take it down. If they hadn't said nothing, you weren't going to take it down. You was going to leave it up there. Y'all did some.
She must not have caught that because we sent these to her so she can look through all of the documents. And so once we published this is when we noticed that we immediately put it down. And so
well, why you didn't say nothing? No, you didn't. You didn't know nothing. Because if you knew it, you would have cleared it up, fixed it before you gave it to her. Because you gave her those copies. You gave it to her.
Columns are the same as the historical cell site explanation.
Other than D&M?
Other than D&M. So
y'all are going to withdraw 464Y and put in a substitute 464Y that does not include, or that shifts everything over 2 columns, I guess?
Yeah,
Or
so 464 Yankee is what we thought was the entire Verizon records as returned. So we're going to take out this one document and replace it with the right.
What?
One.
So it's only this one McMullen.
Cell site, yes.
Okay. Okay, let's try to be a little bit more careful, please.
And we will, Your Honor, yes.
You see, this is making me upset. You heard what she just said. The judge. Let's try to be a little bit more careful. How many times has she said, let's be a little bit more careful? And they keep continuously doing the same thing over and over again. They try to do a split one. And I like how the defense is handling them. Let them present it first and then talk about it. Now the jury got to know about this.
On that.
I mean, it's not that this is correct. We do expect the evidence will come out that these are no Miles McMullen records, but we will make sure that it's the right record.
Okay. And actually, one thing you just said reminded me of something that I wanted to bring up. You had said you sent them to her to review, and that's great. But that just reminded me, we've had 2 sort of, I don't know, crime scene-ish type witnesses on the stand today.